Well, good morning. We're into late fall now, and by the look of our economy, oats is ready to be hauled out. So it looks like we're at all-time high prices right now. And so what we're going to do, we're going to take a look and see who is willing to give us the highest price on oats. And it looks like that would be the barn. So I got the truck ready to load. We're just going to jump right into things. So this video might be more of a combination, should I say, of late fall, early winter, more of hauling our grains out type of deal. So there we go, we got 30,000. We're going to be able to do at least 3 truckloads. That's good. So I'm going to bring this out to the barn and we'll see you guys out there. There we are, we're at the barn. So for those of you who are new to the channel or just stumbled on this video here, I do a series where I basically choose a farm and I go through making my way up the financial ladder, if you will. So with this farm we are focused on New Holland, and as much as possible we get New Holland equipment, and I go from using the smallest and cheapest equipment and work my way up. So that's why you see me driving an old 1970s Ford truck. And I'm not using all the biggest and newest equipment. Now my tractors are relatively new, but they're still pretty low in horsepower. I believe my biggest one would be about 170 horse, give or take. No, sorry, I believe that should be 155 horse. So I haven't made my way up in the world too far yet. And oops, get back on the road there. So as you can see in my map here, I got field 26, 25, 3, 2, and 17. Now 25 was mine originally, as well as 17, and I bought number 2 later on. Just because it was so close around my farm that it only made sense. Now that being said, the goal is to eventually buy more fields, but we'll see how that all plays out. I can only buy with the money I get from crops, so that's why I always wait until I have the highest bid on crops, and then that way I can get maximum amount of money for my crops that I'm bringing in. So now before I haul this back to the barn, I should take one more check at those prices just to make sure that we haven't dropped in price too much. Looks like barn is still giving me $1,300. That's good. We can do that. So the more loads you bring there, the cheaper the price goes, and if you do too many loads, then suddenly those guys won't pay you as much. I guess it's always quality over quantity for them. But yeah, if you guys are new and you guys are watching this video, well, why not jump on to episode 1 after this video is done and take a look, see how I started out. It's been quite a long journey. This is episode 11 already, and for episode 12 I have a wonderful little surprise, so I'm sure you guys will want to stay tuned and you guys are not going to want to miss it. We're filling up on load number 3 here now, so that is still quite a bit to go. I think it was 115 before, so with another 30,000 off of there should be, oh boy, what should we say, about 85,000 maybe left. I should be able to check that. Yeah, 85,000. That's what I figured. Good stuff. So that means at least another 2 trailer loads, and then a bit yet. So I'm gonna get him driving on a straight course here, hopefully, and we're gonna check that price one more time. It's still $13.39. Perfect. Now with winter coming on, there's gonna be a lot more hauling going on, and I'm hoping the truck is up for it, because it's getting older and it's getting up there in age, and it doesn't seem to want to run as well as it used to. But not to worry, we've been talking about getting a new truck at some point, or maybe even a semi-saw. With the money we're bringing in, hopefully we can do that. But it depends on how much mistakes we make again, right? If you guys will recall, in episode 10, I had a brain fart of a episode where before I started the episode, I went and took down a few mods that I was using without thinking too much about it, and therefore I lost a combine and a cultivator. A very expensive mistake. Kind of really dragged me down, but we don't want to do that anymore. No deleting mods. Another thing I do like to point out from time to time in my episodes, and I guess I'm speaking more to the new viewers here, I do like to keep my budget above 500,000, so we can see we're at 663 right now as we're hauling load 4 off here. So that leaves us with 160,000 right now for buying more equipment or more land, whatever we should choose. I am going to have to buy more equipment because of said brain fart earlier in episode 10, where I sold off a combine, because without a combine I really can't do too much. And so it's one of those unfortunate expenses that I'm going to have to pay. But let's hope for another 40,000 here. Look at that, we broke 700,000. Should be 40,000 harvest income. Perfect. So I believe I got another full load and a part load yet, and then we should be done. So that'll be 5.5 trailer loads. That's a good haul. I was just looking at my charts, and I don't have any wheat, which is sort of too bad because it looks like wheat is at pretty well all-time high, if not all the way high, then very, very close, the second best. I don't have that, but it looks like barley should be ready for next month. So that'll be the first week of winter. And so once I'm done hauling this around, I'll probably just snooze it off and come back for the next month, and we can all just kind of jam that together in one episode. I don't imagine that the little bit of soybeans that I have will be that highly valued right now. In fact, I can check that right now. I have a bit of canola, and it looks like they're up high, so I should drop those off. And soybeans is second week of summer, so no selling soybeans yet, but I can do my canola. That's great. We'll get that done before we skip over to the next month. We're coming in hot with the last load, so that'd be 5.85 loads that we've done. That is fantastic. That's just about another trailer load full. So I'm guessing this will probably bring us somewhere to the tune of $32,000 to $35,000. It's very nice to see. The harvest has done really, really well so far. Once this is dumped out, I can actually show you what our harvest income is for the day so far. I have to imagine it's over $200,000 worth. Which, yeah, in real life, it's probably not that great. Look at that, 34,000. Didn't I say between 32 and 35? I like being right. Let's go over to our finances and property income. No, that's not what we want. We want our harvest income, $235,000. I can probably slap an arrow there or something and edit. But yeah, no, that's pretty good. 235,000. That is great. So we should quickly go do our canola as well before the end of this day, and then we can move on to the next month, and let's see if the snow's flying, because it'll be winter before we know it here. Now, it sure didn't look like we had a lot of canola in our granary, but seeing as it's at an all-time high, we still gotta sell what we have, right? See if we can't tip that scale to 800,000 there. That'd be great. That's probably going to be the most money I've had in a long, long time, which is fun. So it looked like this grain mill here was the highest bidder. Um, where did we have that? At $1,900 versus the other mill, which was at $1,700. So we are going to unload here and hope for the best. Now, some of you guys might be wondering why I haven't been using 19,000, nice. Why I haven't been using Farm Sim 22 yet. And the short answer is not enough mods. I keep going back, I keep looking, keep watching. I'm always tuned into DJ Goham. He's a great YouTuber for keeping up to date on all the latest mods and whatnot, and all the goings on with Farm Simulator. So if you guys don't know who that is, or if you guys want a link, I can leave that in the description if I remember to put it in there. So yeah, definitely give him a follow because he is one of the best when it comes to talking about mods and doing Farm Simulator videos, and definitely has 1,000% more energy than I do. So yeah, give him a follow and check out his work as well. So what I was gonna say anyway, once Farm Sim 22 comes up with a few better maps that aren't all chopped up, and you know, they don't require a lot of triangular fields and whatnot, because I like to farm on rectangular fields, square fields, things of that nature. That's kind of my style, and I like flat maps. I don't like to have a bunch of hills and whatnot, and that seems to be the case right now. There's too many hilly and strange choppy fields, so it doesn't make farming very pleasurable to me. It is more challenging for sure, but it doesn't make it pleasurable. So for me, I'm just gonna sit it out, wait until a few modded maps come in that are a little better, and then we can go on from there. So in the meantime, I can speed up time because we're all done with our deliveries for the day. So there go the clouds. We'll just sit out here and chill for a bit, hang out on the porch and have a chat, right? So yeah, once we get a little better mods, modded maps, modded vehicles, things of that nature, then I'm definitely going to be jumping on 22. I do have the game, and I do play it here and there a little bit, but like I say, it's just not quite there yet. With Farm Sim 19 that I'm playing right now, there's a gazillion, literally a billion different mods we can use. I was looking for a small auger wagon, and I found this thing. Like, this is a tiny little auger wagon, and I can show you what I have planned next. Like, I could have gone with the Kinsey right here for 30,000, but I was like, no, you know what, let's get the Grainstorm. That was 37. That looks really cool, and it's a modded one, so things like this, you know, that so different. And I would really love to have a grain cart like this, and with the colors, you know, red, blue, green, and black, it's just really nice. Bunch of different setups, you know, covers, all the good stuff. So the lack of mods make it a lot harder to build a good storyline. When you don't have a lot of old-fashioned, a lot of tiny equipment or whatever, if you want to start a new map. Well, another thing I could point out is that Farm Sim 22, as of today, as of this recording, does not have a T5. They have a T6 and they have a T4 and a T7 as well, but they don't have a T5. So you can see why I don't really want to play on that too much as of yet. I'm sure that'll change. Like, over Christmas there were literally thousands of mods that were waiting for Giant Software, the creative behind Farm Sim, They're waiting for them to approve the mods, like literally talking thousands. So by now I'm sure the backlog's been mostly cleared, and I know that a lot more mods have come in, but I suspect there'll be a lot more in the very near future, and I'm looking forward to that because that is where I can finally jump in and I can do my thing and make the content that you guys are watching. By the way, we have almost 800,000. That is amazing, guys. Absolutely fantastic. So it's about 6 o'clock right now. We'll give her a little more time and we'll see what it looks like. Another thing that I really noticed is that the nice silo you see here, it's not in Farm Sim 22 yet. So it's a bit of a bummer, honestly, because I would love to have this giant silo be in the next version. So, but that's neither here nor there. You know what? Let's not even complain too much, right? That's not good. What we're gonna do? Oh, look at that! Canola is at its highest point right now. Oops. Barley is quite high. So I would say we're gonna do a barley delivery today. It's quite early. I'm thinking that's exactly what we're gonna do. There we are. Where is our barley at? We have a lot of barley to haul. We can put snow in our... That's unreal. 8 o'clock in the morning in the first of winter and it's still dark. Wow. Maybe I should speed up time just a little bit. Let's do 30 times just so we can get some daylight going here. I mean, there's nothing wrong with driving during the dark, but yeah, it gets a little tricky. And I wouldn't mind having a bit of daylight here. Now, I should actually check and see where our highest prices are for barley. For that, we gotta go to our charts here, and it looks like the barley is definitely not a high price commodity. Look at that sunrise, boys. That is beautiful. Quite honestly, beautiful. I like that. This is the scenery we always wait for, isn't it? Kind of curious to see how much our trailer load is going to be worth. It's not going to be worth 40,000, almost 23, so it's a little over half of what our oats were. It's good to know oats is a lot higher priced, but we didn't have a lot of oats. It was the barley that was the bumper crop, so that is interesting. And we definitely do have a lot of barley to go. So we're just gonna get right on trucking here and see if we can't get all of that barley hauled out as quick as possible. I think it's starting to brighten up. I can change my settings to real time. Perfect. And we can get going again. I'm just looking through the contracts here and somebody still wants to make hay, and it's December, so I'm thinking they're a little bit out of line there. And it looks like someone is still doing beet harvest. They want a lot of money, but I'm not falling for that trick again. That was a very, very expensive proposition last time I did a potato harvest. Wasted a lot of money. I think I may have made about $5,000 off of that. So I'm definitely not falling for that one again. But what I did want to see was our total crop harvest since we harvest income 176,000 for today, which is all of the barley we brought in. What did we just bring in? I forgot already. But anyway, 176,000 today, and yesterday was 254,000. So we've definitely done good. And that brought us to nearly 1,963,000. So, you know, there should be a new combine on the way, maybe a new disker or cultivator, we'll see. But yeah, let's take a moment and see what winter looks like. I am going to fast forward time, you know, do some sleeping and see what it'll look like. And again, we get to watch the sunrise. So I'm up on my roof here for some reason or another. But yeah, no, doesn't look like any snow. I thought I had Alberta season for my enabled seasons here, if that makes sense. But for some reason, we're not getting snow, which is very strange. I would have thought by midwinter, as you can see up in the top right, that we would have a bit of snow, but it does not feel that way. Let's just for fun see what they have for contracts. Still fertilizing, planting, harvesting, cultivating, and sowing. That's unreal. There should never be planting this late in the season. Oh well. We're not too worried. We got our farming done, and we made a good 300,000. Was that our final income? Yeah, 132,000, I believe. 176,000. That's right. So we've done really well. We're at $929,000 in total. Well, you know, if winter won't come to us, we'll just wait it out until spring comes. So I think that's just fine enough for this episode here. In the next episode, you guys can expect to see massive changes. I got something real special planned, and you guys are not going to believe your eyes when you see what I've got planned for episode 12. So stay tuned, definitely stay tuned, because you will not want to miss the massive amounts of changes that are going to happen. And I'm talking a lot of changes. Things are going to look very, very different around here. We've made a lot of money from our harvest. We've done a lot of things that we wanted to do. So expect to see some big things happening. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you guys on the next episode. Till then, you guys take care, stay safe, and we'll see you there.